driver got into the water to try and retrieve them. Faisal was okay, but Abdul Latif unfortunately was trapped in the cockpit, and Miz went down 2 or 3 times to try and release him, to no avail. That's the sportsmanship factor. We don't need an accident like that to prove it, but it is nice when it does happen, and we're very proud of him as one of the members of the racing operation. Coming back now towards us. I'm getting a report here that S77 has got damage again. I say again because in the rough conditions in Abu Dhabi last week, they had a big hole in the front of the port sponson, and it was taking water, which was fascinating because they were still steaming along the bank. They were 14th in Dubai in December, but their race is over now. Meanwhile, it's a very, very clean pair of heels. Paul Whittier and Gary Ballou are showing the rest of the fleet an enormous lead, enormous time start. Although S11's on the screen there, Rashid Al-Mari and Salid Hamli, they are way behind, going through now. And it's 13.5 seconds, 13.59 seconds in 6 laps, 5 laps. They're starting their 6th, and it's unless something happens, which it does unfortunately, the engines can be really on full track. But these guys, I have to say, they are very efficient. They have produced a nice looking boat, was shipped in time for last week's race, and they're pulling out a great lead. S14 first appearance. Amazing boat, been going all that time. And also they had a bit of a wetting last week. Alhamdulillah, that there was no problems with them, a little bit shaken up and a bit upset that the safety was a bit delayed getting to them. But there's a beautiful shot as S19 creams up the inside of 55, lapping him in point of fact. Horrendous showing on the first outing. They lost a ECU unit, and then last week in Abu Dhabi they blew an enormous great hole in the starboard engine, which they were very grateful that the race was stopped because they had not put up the grazes of showings. This is not a successful outing as far as Howard's concerned. He's been involved for unknown years. But still at it, tried all classes, but loves 6-litre and has been over to the States to race over there with other people's boats. So 19 came back through on the inside there of 55, completing his long lap, and going through now with us is 96 Matteo Nicolini in Qatar. 96, their boat number and boat name, and he won the championship in it last year. Ms. Anur, number 2 there. It's an old Victory Marine. Sheikh Rashid was the competitors against Victory proper, and this was one of the boats that was designed at his yard in '93. It's quite heavy, and it's also an old design, but he maintains it and looks after it. Antonio Di Tommaso there, and Serafino going round yet again in Servizio Fiondadore. Lovely shot from the breakwater there of the boats heading back towards the relative safety of the harbour between the logo island of the island and the outer breakwater of the Palm. It looks like 48 Resurrection has gone missing or broken down out on the lap course there. We've not seen it for a couple of laps, but we'll keep you up to date for those of you in the Italian party supporting all these Argentine Sartu boats. Brought in by Christian Zanoff. Imported about 4 a year ago and a couple more this year. Homing in on the current leader, and he's got 3-4 more laps to go, but certainly doesn't seem to have any problems. 3 more laps to go now. That was the end of this one, came straight through, and 77 there. Look at the bows, just ahead of the 77, under the red splodge. There is an enormous great hole, and Christian with the bit between, an enormous great hole in the starboard engine. But as Howard said, well, it was an old engine, we were going to replace it, and so they had to work on that over the week. Pro-Marine carving up S4, lovely shot for those with cameras here on the grandstand, and pulling away. The Alhamlis are finishing lap 8, and 19 is finishing lap 9. He's a whole lap ahead of them. That's just over 4 nautical miles. Running beautifully, holding it together, and Kingfisher coming round there, the Brits. This is the successful Brit team. In December they were racing the strange looking boat, the Occy Manafelt bat boat, the mono with a pair of wings at the end, but they got together in this Doug Wright and has been resurrected, but is well down the field. Long time. I think we have the finisher. The first time they're racing proper, the first race that they will have completed. The Americans are going to take the flag here, the Star Spangled Banner, and all the rest going through there. Well done, congratulations lads. Paul Whittier from Seattle, Washington, and Gary Ballou from Boca Raton, Lake Worth in America, in the American boat, and just coming home ahead of local man S11 Rashid Al Mari and Salim Fadel Al Hamli in Damas. The Rashid Al Mari design and built boat, 6 years old, very good. 2 different boats, 2 new people on the podium, and out of those it's S14, number 20 Serafino Barlesi and Antonio Tomaso in Silizio Fondiatori comes home in 5th place, but the title is looking quite interesting.